All right, y'all. What's up? This is another episode of the Homeroom with Smooth podcast. I got with me my guy Frankie. Man, I like burped all through that.
Yo, what's up, guys? It's Frankie here on the Homeroom with Smooth. We're bringing up some, I guess, it can't even call it trending topics or anything. It's just current events right now. So that's what we're putting up. So we are going to talk about the verdict of the Kyle Rittenhouse trial. So we know it's a hot subject. We got, the two different takes on it about just what I want to say, the facts versus reality. That actually sounds horrible, but I mean more about the reality that we are in, not that things aren't based in reality. So kind of the taste it leaves in people's mouths. So do you want to start this off?
Okay, I'm gonna start this off. I'm gonna start it off and just say what I feel on the top of my heart. Rittenhouse, you a lucky motherfucker, and you're lucky that you're white, and you're lucky that the judge was low key racist. But it's okay. It's okay. You lucked up. It was a perfect storm for you. You know what I'm saying? It was a perfect storm. You got lucky. Hey, I'll give you that. This does not mean you were right in any way. That doesn't mean you were justified in any way because you had no business being there. But that's all I gotta say. That's my script, and I'm sticking to it. Damn it.
Oh man. So at least I think we're more on the same page than you led me to believe.
Oh, okay.
And unfortunately, there was not a law against being a dumbass.
Yes.
And I think you hit it on the head. He had no business being there, but since he was there, that just these tragic events unfolded. We honestly, and unfortunately, we don't know exactly what went on leading up to all these events to see what the hell happened, which is, I think that's really, really, really what we need. So unfortunately, we're not in Europe. We're at their CCTV system that records this stuff. And, sometimes I believe we should go there for reasons like this because people can't do the right thing. But my main concern with it, like we were discussing earlier, is it seemed like everything was either fixed for him beforehand or I can't call it defense because he wasn't defense, the district attorney and the assistant district attorney didn't know what they had to prove. And that is very, very unfortunate.
Which is even worse because I'm like, you're a DA. You're a district attorney. How do you honestly, like I feel like he aimed too high. You correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like he aimed too high. Like he went for the lesser charges just to get the conviction so people can feel some type of good. No, he went for the gusto. He thought he had a slam dunk. I'm like, it's not a slam dunk. It looks crazy. Like with all footage involved, it's a crazy looking situation. It is.
Well, I think the issue is too with everything going on. Sometimes people they lose hold of reality and what actually happened, and I think maybe he gave into the public pressure of saying, if they don't really charge him and go for the gusto, go for the jugular, then he is accused of being a racist. He is saying that, if this was a black man, this is what you would have done. And without taking all the facts, because you think about it, Rittenhouse went out there to be a vigilante during a protest of the stuff that happened after killing of unarmed black individual. So if they're saying, then if he went for the lesser charges like they did with Chauvin first, and then saw what they had to do and then up the charges, and people they were mad about that when they did with Chauvin, because they were like, oh hey, they're like, it should be first, because of Derek Chauvin, because with the murder of George Floyd, because at first they got him on lesser charges, and people were like, no, this is murder, this is that. No, it's like, no, they had to do the charges, look at everything that they had, and then they were able to up the charges. And I feel like they didn't do it in this one, but there was initial backlash about that as well too. And I think because of how sensitive the situation is, instead of just saying, hey, let me turn off all the outside noise and be like, okay, this is what we do have, this is what we could go with, this is what we need to do. They didn't do that. and they went, like you said, they went for the gusto. And unfortunately, if you go for the gusto and you miss, you're done. You can't retry them on lesser charges. You can't do anything. So if you want to go for a retrial, you have to go for the gusto again too, and it's very, very hard to prove. Especially what they're trying to prove too. Because some of these charges, it was first degree intentional homicide.
Oh, they should have dropped. Oh my god!
Attempted first degree intentional homicide, first degree reckless homicide, first degree recklessly endangering safety, and another first degree recklessly endangered safety. So pretty much.
Oh my god!
So
That's what he went for.
Yeah,
Like,
and
I
that's the
didn't
thing.
even know he went for all of them. Oh my god!
And that's what people don't realize. It's
he should have second degree tops. He should have went for second degree tops because first degree says like he literally was like, "Yo, this is what I went out here to do today. I want to kill people." Like that's going to be hard to prove because he's always going to be able to say, "Oh, I didn't mean to," and fake cry and all that other mess, and people are going to buy into it.
Yeah. So, and that's the thing. So the first count was, first degree reckless homicide, use of a dangerous weapon, right? Because it's connected to Joseph Rosenbaum, the first person he shot. But bystander video shows Rosenbaum chasing him and throwing objects at him. We later know it was a freaking plastic bag, but he was chasing him, throwing something at him. He's fleeing, and then. And the thing was too, he was, wheeling around firing as Rosenbaum chased him, and then they're saying that Rosenbaum also lunged for, they lunged for the gun, right? So then, and they're saying that,
I mean, as any reasonable adult should that sees a child running around with a gun, this is not child soldier land. We're not a third world country. There should not be minors running around with weapons, but. Keep going.
But then that's where you go in. And it's like, well, this is the thing. We all know we all know people that are freaking grown adults and look like they're freaking 12. So one thing is that you don't know, and that's the thing too. So you can't really plunge. I'm not saying it's his fault at all, but I'm saying because of what the evidence is. Because in some states, if you lunge for a person's weapon, that is a form of aggressor, and you're allowed to defend yourself.
Yeah.
And so I'm saying that's where he could have got off on that one. They're saying reckless, because they're going first degree because they weren't alleging that he meant to kill him, They were just saying that since he had utter disregard for human life, and the thing is he didn't say that he had utter disregard for human life, especially when they're showing videos of him trying to clean up damage, putting out fires, save property, and everything too. So that's where that one went wrong. Another one, he had a first degree reckless endangering safety, use of a dangerous weapon, but and that goes on to something I'll go on later. But that one, they were saying, okay, hey, it goes to the Rosenbaum shooting again as well, and this is just an adder on too, but it's recklessly endangering safety, use of dangerous weapon. But I don't know. You're going to use it. I don't know how it's reckless because he didn't hurt anybody else in there. It's like he shot his freaking target. Then he got a first degree reckless dangerous safety, use of a dangerous weapon. And this is when someone else, like saying that these were all first degree. So he had 2 endangered safety, use of dangerous weapons, and then the other ones were intentional homicide and intentional attempted homicide. And the thing is, it's like when someone's attacking you, and then you're defending yourself and you're firing back, you're trying to protect yourself. You're not trying to intentionally kill them, and you have to say, "I'm trying to intentionally kill them." And this is the example that I brought up talking to people at work today. It was, hey, the difference would be if he shot the person fell down backwards and started walking away, and then he shot him again. Then you could say that's intentional. But they were shooting in a scrum and like that too. So you don't know if it's intentional because that's the thing. Some guy was trying to hit him with a fucking skateboard. So I don't know why the prosecutor, and the DA, they're trying to say how this is first degree, and this is intentional homicide.
I think honestly, bro, I'm finna go full conspiracy theorist here, bro. They wanted him to get off.
They could have.
They went first degree because they knew he would walk on those. Like it's strong
Hey,
enough for the public to be like, yeah, he's getting tried for something strong, but it's so high up that they know that they won't reach the burden of proof necessary to actually put him in behind bars. That's what
yeah.
I think, honestly.
No, they had that, and I guess to support your case, your cause would
Mhm.
be because originally he had 7 charges against him. The
Oh,
judge dismissed 2.
oh
He
yeah, the
dis
Frank.
he dismissed the possession of a dangerous weapon by a person under 18 years old because he had a because apparently there's another law
What the
that
fuck?
and sorry, there's another statute that said was
What?
it
What?
because apparently because pretty much he's 17 years old. Wisconsin law prohibits minors from possessing firearms except for hunting or while supervised by an adult in a target practice or instruction in the proper use of dangerous weapon. So pretty much he has to be at a range, out there hunting, or in a class. He wasn't either, right? And
Yeah.
then there's a subsected law that regarding short-barreled rifles, and
Mhm.
that's what they tried to use to dismiss the charge. The judge said that, hey, this is not a short-barrel rifle, but since the law is confusing, we're going to dismiss it.
What? Oh man, man, doesn't that judge like retire soon? Ain't that what it is?
And I
He's
don't.
about to 70 and he's gonna get retired. Like,
And then the other one was the failure to comply with an emergency order from a state or local government, and he was charged for being out on the streets after curfew.
yeah.
And then which is 8 p.m. The judge dismissed that charge, saying the prosecution didn't offer enough evidence to prove it. But it's funny because
The
everything.
video literally shows him out there after. Yo, bro, hold on. The fuck?
So I think that could support your
Oh,
theory. Hey, but in other news, your
oh.
camera looks really nice.
Thanks, man.
I
Thanks,
hope that
man.
makes you feel better.
I feel at home now. I was like, oh my god, there's such a difference. This is scary different. I'm afraid of myself, man. USB streaming on the Sony is intense, man. But bro, like this shit, it's upsetting. But I knew it was coming. Like the judge's ringtone was Trump's, like Trump's the theme that Trump walks out to when before he gives a speech.
Oh,
Like, that was his ringtone. I was like, oh, dude getting off. Dude, like the moment I heard it, I said he getting off.
well, I
Like,
said
or
it.
even if he was sentenced, he's getting the lightest sentence that he can humanly do.
Well, and that's the thing. Besides the judge dismissing the 2 charges that probably that should have stuck, the issue the judge really didn't have anything to do with it besides I guess how he goes does how it is like with the court.
Mhm.
um you know
Yeah, yeah.
well his term will end at 2026.
Whew, shit. Hey, I'm praying for y'all. If anybody that has to go in front of that judge, I'm praying for y'all, man.
um
That isn't 17 or 18, and you know what I'm saying, isn't that isn't young, that isn't white. Like I'm praying for you going in front of that judge. I'm praying for you. If you're a Democrat, you know what I'm saying, or liberal, and you go in front of that judge, I'm praying for you because he does not seem impartial.
uh,
All his decisions just seemed partial. Like you, come on, like you knew it was a long barrel rifle, you just missed it anyway. You knew he was out there after curfew on video, which is how you got here in the first place. You just missed it anyway. Like, damn, at least give him community service. What the fuck?
I think yeah
And
I do.
now politicians talking about what is it, Matt Gates? He's talking about giving them an internship. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, man, you Republicans are sick, bro. Sick.
He even let one of the jurors take the jury instructions home. So I mean, like, you know,
What the fuck is this?
yeah, it is what it is. Like, we could go either way. Unfortunately, the only thing I will say is that the system did not fail. I think what we could both agree on is that the prosecutor got really overzealous of what he was doing,
Yeah.
and you have to go without a reasonable doubt. And the thing is, even with me looking at all the footage, I can't say that he went out there, to go and without a reasonable doubt or during the struggles to go kill somebody. He could have, but we don't know because we're not in his head, and the evidence points that, hey, he was defending himself. But I will say he's a dumbass and he should not have been out there in the first place.
Yeah. So yeah, my last piece is, yes, he is a dumbass. Yes, he shouldn't have been out there. You're lucky as fuck. Okay. Count your blessings. If we catch you out here lacking again, you're probably gonna be done. Okay. You're probably gonna be done. Because you can't get away with this twice. You can't get away with it twice. Twice shows consistency. Twice shows intent.
All I will say to end this off is that Kyle Rittenhouse, you might have avoided the sentence, but you just landed yourself in detention. So I will see you there.
Hey, with that said, hey, we out, man. If y'all like this video, like, comment, and subscribe. We out.